We got another one. Yeah. Bitches, you crazy?
Bitches, you crack.
Yeah, you must be crazy.
Bitches, you crack.
I've been on it on the daily.
Every day.
They say I'm so disrespectful. I say whatever I like. If you got it, homie, I'ma take it from you. I don't even bother and think about it twice. These bitches so fucking stressful. Probably just wasting my time. But she kinda fine. I'ma hit a line and bite a nut. I'ma make a mine. Stepping on the gas on the fast lane. My fuck around and turn it to my pathways. You might need to stay clear from my pathway. Will be the fucking man to my last days. Never understood a motherfucker trying to go against us. That was too silly. Ain't no switches sweeter than pussy. Set the money, baby. Nothing new, really easy. We got another one.
Yeah.
Bitches, you crazy?
Bitches, you crack.
Yeah, you must be crazy.
Bitches, you crack.
I've been on it on the daily.
Every day.
They say, yo, white boy, you crazy. I flew to the A, could they pay me? And now I want fucking she basic. I'm off all these drugs, feel amazing. It's every day I hear that fake shit. And why she obsessed with my favorites? I hit it like 5 times in a row with no losses. Need more rings from my hand, I'm saving. I get what I want, man, that's great. That sex that she asked for, that's crazy. But I still go hit it like switch, bitch, I'm saucing like Curry from 3. Don't you go try, this my lane. The weed strain we smoke is propane. Gassing bitches every day. I'm passing bitches every day like
Easy. Yeah. Better music. Ho, is you cray? Again, fucking on my day. Sounding like repeat. That AK. Fame. Speaking of that AK. Blast past that endo. Bad bitch on my side. And now my ex is trying to rekindle. No. You should've stuck around like a day one. I still keep it pimpin', let the cake come. You gonna hate on the side cause your cake come. We might fuck your bitch, then blaze one. Rolling back to back with Dutchess. I been still a nigga y'all couldn't fuck with. I'm rapping tracks like I'm rapping my lunches. And I don't get that to niggas I don't fuck with. So fuck it, I'm gone. Nigga.
Kicking herself, aka Aladdin. Don't even rap though. You niggas can't rap, not even a little bit. Niggas don't trap, not even a little bit. Niggas say cap more than a little bit. Niggas not act, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit, not even a little bit. First of the line, wasn't even feeling it. See them off line, wasn't really looking it. No, I can't rock, not even a little bit. Niggas can't rap, not even a little bit. Niggas don't trap, not even a little bit. Niggas say cap more than a little bit. Niggas not act, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit, not even a little bit. First of the line, wasn't even feeling it. See them off line, wasn't really looking it. No, I can't rock, not even a little bit. Kaboom, look who's in the room like Dr. Doom with a static flow. About to go off on you niggas cause y'all don't deliver the proper status quo. About being trappers or rappers, that don't matter. I'ma kill it with a natural flow. I'm not your average Joe, talking cars or clothes, or I'm out here fucking all the baddest hoes. I feel the shit behind me like a ladder road. Now I'm on the road to show you lying ass niggas how to rap, not about trap, but to elevate, to be great. And hit your souls, time to switch your rhymes up like audible. I'm so tired you niggas on like I don't know that you work at the grocery store and really don't got a chance to put that dough. I got a lot on my mind, I don't got no time to hear y'all lines with fake shit. If you did that crime or did that time, bring clever lines and make sense. Some of y'all so basic, the auto tune be having y'all doom and y'all think this greatness, but really your flow is copy and paste it. Just popping pills and getting faded, shooting guns is how we banging. Dogging bitches and ducking cases, that's the same shit everybody be saying. That's why the rap game tainted, not original when you create it. Y'all just wanna be what you see on TV, and it got me saying niggas can't rap, not even a little bit. Niggas don't trap, not even a little bit. Niggas say cap more than a little bit. Niggas not act, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit, not even a little bit. First of the line, wasn't even feeling it. See them off line, wasn't really looking it. No, I can't rock, not even a little bit. Niggas can't rap, not even a little bit. Niggas don't trap, not even a little bit. Niggas say cap more than a little bit. Niggas not act, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit, not even a little bit. First of the line, wasn't even feeling it. See them off line, wasn't really looking it. No, I can't rock, not even a little bit. I don't be in the street making moves, but I got a few homies that really do. Lying on myself, something I don't do. The street codes and y'all tend to break the rules. Why line your raps? What you got to prove? Not being yourself is how you lose. I'm giving truth, then living proof that being yourself is really cool. But see, you gotta be G by yourself with nobody looking. You ain't gotta be a thug to get it out the mud to turn nothing to something. So I think it's time for y'all to quit fronting with the hustling. Cause even mainstream niggas ain't real. It's about time y'all enhance y'all skills. Rap about something that I can't feel. Gotta be from the heart and it gotta be real. That's for real. It's time to kill all mama rap cause I ain't feeling it. Whack ass lines ain't good for the spirit. I respect the ones that's living it, but not the ones that's pretending. Cause them niggas lame. You niggas can't rap, not even a little bit. Niggas don't trap, not even a little bit. Niggas say cap more than a little bit. Niggas not act, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit, not even a little bit. First of the line, wasn't even feeling it. See them off line, wasn't really looking it. No, I can't rock, not even a little bit. Niggas can't rap, not even a little bit. Niggas don't trap, not even a little bit. Niggas say cap more than a little bit. Niggas not act, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit, not even a little bit. First of the line, wasn't even feeling it. See
What's going on, family? Much love. Rafael Flatplane TV back here with another one. I know it's been a while since I've been gone, but can I get some ones in the chat if you guys can hear me? Some ones would be greatly appreciated. Hope everybody's succeeding, waking up every day and wanting to be better than what they were before. Let's keep striving. Let's keep pushing. Can I get a one in the chat? One in the chat. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate those ones. Much love, family. Thank you, thank you. Now I know we good. Now I know we gonna get into this. Now, first I want to give my shout outs to the chat. Coppertone, I see you. Matter of fact, let me cut this on real quick. Coppertone, I see you, family. Salute, salute. Danielle, much love, sister. Nicolette, much love, sis. How we doing? Big dog Philly OG in the building. Salute to my big dog, Bronze Flat Power God. I see you, familiar. How we doing, man? We in the building. The family slowly getting in the building. Make sure y'all share the live stream. Let's get it. I don't know if you guys been watching the news today, but a lot of stuff is going down in sports. Everybody that's a pro player is now vaccinated. Shit is getting weird, family. Like they're really pushing this too hard. First it was get free donuts, get a free burger. Now it's getting to the point where you can't even be employed until you have this vaccine. You can't go to McDonald's where they serve you horrible food, deathly food, unhealthy food. So you have to show something that you don't know what's in you to prove to eat unhealthy food. Like this shit's getting ass backwards. It's getting really bad. And as a people, we're not standing up. You know, there's just a few of us that are trying to help others see what's going on, but the few are outnumbered by the many who want this, who believe in the government after this scandemic, plandemic has gone into effect. Because we can see by the evidence, it's not working. Why do people need to get a shot? If somebody has the shot, I shouldn't get it for their protection. They're good. They got it. They should be all right. But that's not the case, right?
Basketball Hall of Famer Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is calling out Kyrie Irving for his comments about COVID vaccines.
Kareem says if NBA players are not vaccinated, they should not be on the team. The NBA legend got vaccinated back in January, has since been advocating.
See, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar advocating that players to be banned if they're not vaccinated. Now we're really gonna start seeing the effects of what's going on. Or these are questions that arise. Are the people in higher positions, you know, those of people playing basketball, those of authority, those public figures, are they being given a placebo so that nothing happens to them? So that people like me and many of you in the chat, quote unquote conspiracy theorists, can't point fingers and say, hey, you see, look, now they're dying off. You know, what's really gonna happen? Will they be given a placebo or will they be actually given the jab?
For others to get their shots. Now, Irving has refused to provide proof of vaccination, saying that he wants to, quote, keep that stuff private, end quote. Here's Kareem's response.
They should be disciplined. I don't think that they are behaving like good teammates or good citizens. This is
How is that being a bad teammate and how is that being a bad citizen because you don't want to take something that you're unsure of? How is that being a bad citizen? I refuse the flu shot. Nobody calls me a bad citizen. Like, this is ridiculous. This is how we start segregating. dividing the people more. This is the Hegelian dialectic in full effect.
This is a war that we're involved in, and masks and vaccines, they are the weapons that we use to fight this war.
Now, the NBA, by the way, does not require
The weapons that we use. This is a weapon. And what's the war? To control you, not to fight against some kind of virus or bacteria or disease. The war is to control you, your mental. And people like Kareem, public figures, NBA legends, promote this because they know who will listen to him. Those of minority race, those who play basketball, those who are big in sports.
players to be vaccinated, but New York City and San Francisco do. Now, the latest reports do suggest 90% of the players have gotten a shot.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking.
Now, before I continue with him, we're going to jump over to what Bob Costas said. Now, Bob Costas ripped Kyrie a new one, and we're going to break him down.
That face that is usually covered by her
Damn commercial. One second.
Let's talk a little bit about sports news, because I like the newsy parts of sports. And I was sort of piqued by the idea of a guy named Kyrie Irving. Forgive me, I didn't know him beforehand. I know all the people watching probably know he's a big deal with the Brooklyn Nets. What I thought was interesting about him was that he's following this
Let me just enhance that a little.
conspiracy theorist on Instagram that thinks there are secret societies implanting things in you with vaccines that are going to, put you into a plan of Satan. He's refusing to.
You hear what she's saying? I'm gonna rewind that. This is how they view us.
A guy named Kyrie Irving. Forgive me, I didn't know him beforehand. I know all the people watching probably know he's a big deal with the Brooklyn Nets. What I thought was interesting about him was that he's following this conspiracy theorist on Instagram that thinks there are secret societies implanting things in you with vaccines.
And how many times have we exposed secret societies and what they do? We see what they're doing with the nanotech. We're told that this is nanotech. We were told that this is technology never used on human beings. Yet, and this is a big yet, and I got banned on Instagram for this because I posted where a doctor admitted that they've been working on the COVID vaccine for 10 years. You know, it's 10 years working on a COVID vaccine, yet we just had an FDA emergency use. Think about that.
That are going to, put you into a plan of Satan. He's refusing the vaccine. He is not the only one. And it seems like a lot of these big stars are getting their way in certain areas of the NBA, whereas the janitors and the ticket takers and the masseuses and the drivers, they all have to be vaccinated and they all have to wear masks. Why are these guys being able to push people around when it comes to something so serious?
Well, before I answer that,
what happened to my body, my choice? How are they, pushing things around? Because they're exercising their rights of choice, but the janitor, the masseuse, the store clerk cannot exercise his right. Why? Because he needs the job. That job helps him day to day. He can't just sit back like a millionaire can, like a professional player can, sit back on their millions and wait for shit to happen. These everyday jobs, these everyday people that have to work these jobs are submitting to the government and taking the vaccine because they have no other choice. Think about that, people. They have no other choice. How are they going to feed their families? Many people are coming off unemployment. Many people were on unemployment, then had to settle for bullshit jobs after getting fired from their other job. Like shit is real. But yet they blaming now the big time people, the people of influence, that they're doing something wrong, that they're being bad citizens, that they're being immoral because they're exercising their right to freedom, something that we're supposed to be given by the Constitution.
That in the big picture to Kyrie Irving. This is also a guy, he is one of the best players in the league, but he's also a guy who previously has said that he believes the earth is flat. It's also scary that he's a vice president on the executive committee of the play.
And yet, no one has been able to prove irrefutably that the earth is a globe. So, Bob Costas, eat shit, you bum ass motherfucker. And I'm glad that you said flat earth because that's going to make a lot more people look it up and start to research it. Bum ass nigga.
Players union, and specifically, as insidious as this stupid conspiracy theory is that he has followed and liked on Instagram, the idea is that the vaccine is connected to some sort of master computer whose purpose it is to work against the interests of black people and in the interests of Satan. So it's particularly insidious, and that a guy like that believes it is troubling. There's a report out now that the NBA, which is around...
How is a guy like that troubling? Because he's bringing information, alternative information to the forefront. Because, like us, everybody in this chat, we've been exposing this pandemic that's been going on, all these lies, all these deceits, all these tricks that have been going on. No, Bob Costas. You get paid to be on TV to tell a lie.
Around 90% vaccinated, but that leaves 50 to 60 players in the league who are unvaccinated at last report, and some of them are significant names, that the NBA may ask LeBron James and others, some of the biggest names, to do PSAs, which not only might help...
Shout out to JJ. I see you, family. Tyrell, what up, fam? Good to see you. Thank you guys for blessing me and coming through. Much, much love. But yeah, LeBron James. And look, I'm going to hit the cam for this one. LeBron James got vaccinated, right? You see that, right? Got vaccinated. Did he really? Or being that he's a big public figure, he's just going around telling people to get it? Because what did Dr. Fauci say? I'm not taking it. But he wanted everybody to take it.
Put them closer to 100% within the league, but also might have an influence on whatever portion of NBA fans remain unvaccinated, and there is still...
That motherfucker is a piece of crap. Now we're going to go into the conversation that they had on First Take with Stephen A. Smith. This son of a gun.
Attend the team's media day at Barclays Center Monday because of New York City's COVID.
I cannot stand Stephen A. Smith. But from media day, he's banned from practicing with the team. Andrew Wiggins is banned from playing home games with the team due to not taking the jab. Now, is that fair? I wasn't banned for not taking a flu shot when everybody was taking flu shots at work. I didn't ask anyone to show me they got a flu shot during the flu season to make sure that I'm safe. Just think about this, family. So let's dive into this video.
Attend the team's media day at Barclays Center Monday because of New York City's COVID-19 protocols, and he declined to discuss his vaccination status or his intentions in dealing with the matter. Last month, New York City's mayor issued an executive order that required New York resident pro athletes that practice or play indoors to show proof of at least one vaccination shot. On the West Coast, Golden State Warriors swingman Andrew Wiggins also not budging with his vaccination status. His request for a religious exemption was denied. Here they both are.
I like to keep that stuff private, man. I'm a human being first, and obviously living in this public sphere.
And he's right. It should be private, people. Under the HIPAA law, we have medical privacy. There's no reason why I should be discussing what type of vaccine I have, anything of that. The only thing that used to be disclosed, or not even disclosed, was You have to let people know is if you have HIV, because the way it's transmissible is through blood. So if you have a cut, I touch it, get the blood on me, I have it. That's how we're told you can get it as well through intercourse. But there's no reason why I need to be telling you what type of vaccine I had. That is my right to privacy. I have a right to liberty, freedom, and the pursuit of happiness. Why are they trying to take this away from us?
There's just a lot of questions about what's going on in the world of Kyrie, and I think I just would love to just keep that private and handle it the right way with my team and go forward together with a plan. So obviously I'm not able to be present there today, but that doesn't mean that I'm putting any limits on the future of me being able to join the team, and I just want to keep it that way.
Back is definitely, against the wall. But I'm just gonna keep fighting for what I believe, and whether it's one thing or another, get the vaccination or not get the vaccination, who knows? I'm just gonna, keep fighting for what I believe and what I believe is right.
And that's only fair, given the rights that we're supposed to have. We should be able to make an informed decision. But what's going on? We're not given the real facts. We're not given the truth. We're just being told what to do. Is that an informed decision? Or is that somebody demanding something of you?
What's right to one person isn't right to the other, vice versa.
All right, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar losing patience and expressing a call to action, telling Rolling Stone the NBA should insist that all.
You hear this? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar losing patience. As we spoke about earlier, we saw what he said. He wants to ban all the players that are not vaccinated. That's huge, people. Like, for real. Nurses are losing their jobs because they don't want to get the vaccine. But throughout the whole scandemic, who was on the quote unquote forefront? Who were the heroes? The same very heroes that they were saying, the same very heroes that they were giving discounts and free stuff to, the same very heroes that were dancing in the COVID wards, the same very heroes that were being plastered everywhere are now losing their jobs because the government don't give a fuck. Because the government says if you don't get it, you don't work.
All players and staff are vaccinated or remove them from the team. There is no room for players who are willing to risk the health and lives of their teammates and the staff and fans simply because they are unable to grasp the seriousness of the situation or do the necessary research.
And do the necessary research. Oh my God. That's the most ignorant answer in the world. For somebody to say, I'm not sure about this, is because they are doing the necessary research. Had Kareem Abdul Jabbar done the necessary research and dug deep into this, he would come to find, as I exposed many times and in many videos, that taking the RT PCR test is an 80% false positive. So if 10 people go and take the RT PCR test for COVID, 8 people will come up with a false positive result. And those 8 people don't have COVID, but will be listed for COVID, driving up the goddamn numbers. But yet, we don't do the necessary research. We don't do the digging. We're just crazy conspiracy theorists who are here just shouting out because we want to rebuttal and go against the norm. Fuck the norm. This normal that we've been living our whole entire lives is not the norm. Now they're trying to make a new norm. Bullshit.
Jay Will here with us now. Stephen A., I will start with you. Do you agree with Kareem?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm on the record for saying that. Let's understand something here, okay? And I openly admit to Keyshawn and Jay, I'm about to lose my mind over this because if I hear one more dude talk to me about privacy, two things that gets on my damn nerves about this. Privacy, and I need to do my research. Really?
Family. Family. Family, family, family. You hear what this man is against? He is against you having privacy. As we already know, the government has tapped into everything we freaking do. We know there's no privacy. We know there's a camera in every corner that we hit, every ATM. Big Brother is always watching. We are living in George Orwell's world. So Stephen A. Smith has a problem with you wanting privacy. Stephen A. Smith has a problem with you doing some freaking research. That's the world that we live in. That's the people that we have on TV. That's the issues that these influencers, these sportscasters, these people in the public eye have an issue with you. They have an issue with your privacy, and they have an issue that you actually do some fucking research.
How long has COVID existed?
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
It's been 2 years.
What
2 years in
what
February.
the hell do you mean? What have you been doing? If research is that important to you, you had the season stopped March 11th last year because of COVID. Restarted in January.
No, the season stopped because of tyranny. There's a big difference. The season stopped because they wanted to decimate the economy. The season stopped because they wanted to drive out small businesses. The season stopped because they wanted to take you away from your job so you can go on unemployment and lose what you were really making at your job. Family, this shit gets crazy.
4 months. That's 4 months right there. This is before the vaccine came out. But you had 4 months to do some research. Then after that, there was bubble play from late July to October. Then you had 2 more months before last season happened. And then you had last season that went from December to July. You play basketball for a living. How much time do you need to research? That's number one. Then you got these guys with the privacy thing. Well, listen to this. I agree with that. I'm not disagreeing with that. I don't have a right to look at your medical records and see your medical history. No, I'm not saying that. But
So
if
why
you
did
can contaminate me with COVID.
Wait, so why did you bring it up? You see the contradiction? You see the double talk, the double play in him?
I need to know.
I do have a right to know
Fair point.
if you vaccinated or not. I got a right to know that. We're not.
No, let's rewind that.
I don't have a right to look at your medical records and see your medical history. No, I'm not saying that. But if you can contaminate me with COVID,
I need to know.
I do have.
How can we contaminate you with COVID? If you have the vaccine, you are contaminated with COVID. If you fucking done your research, Stephen A. Smith, you would know that you're getting COVID in that vaccine. You would know that you will get swelling in your lymph nodes, which means that there is a bacterial or viral infection. And what infection is that? That's COVID. The vaccinated person, while the unvaccinated person doesn't have it. So who's gonna get it? The unvaccinated person. Oh my God, that wasn't hard. Because you, Stephen A. Smith, the vaccinated person, are now a carrier of COVID. But you didn't go that far with research, right? Right? You didn't dig that much up.
have a right to know
Fair point.
if you vaccinated or not. I got a right to know that. We're not asking about.
You don't have a right to know if I'm vaccinated or not. That goes back into privacy, Stephen A. Smith. What are you talking about? You have no right to know if I'm vaccinated or not. I don't have a right to know if you're vaccinated or not. My body, my choice. Y'all plaster that everywhere, right? HIPAA laws. What's going on with our rights? Oh, that's right. You don't like privacy. Takes away our rights.
About anything else. We're asking about COVID and COVID only. That's number 2. Number 3, Andrew Wiggins, even though he could ball, he's the quietest #1 overall pick that I've encountered in recent memory. You get paid $31 million. Kyrie, you know you're getting 35. I will remind everybody, this is the same Kyrie that is a member.
See, why is he pocket checking everybody? Who gives a shit what these motherfuckers make? I don't give a damn. They're exercising their fucking right. I don't care what Kyrie makes. I don't care what Stephen A. Smith makes. But apparently he's jealous of what they make because he's pocket checking.
Of the National Basketball Players Association. He's a vice president.
Vice president.
Okay, check this out, Keyshawn. You get hurt before COVID. The season gets canceled. They get ready to re-jumpstart the season in July in the bubble. You encouraging people not to play. You ain't even called the president, Chris Paul, and talked to him about it. You just went out there and said what you had to say and just ignored everybody else. Then you come out, and after being gone, because you didn't play in the bubble, so after being gone from March all the way to December, the season starts up again, and 3 weeks to a month into the season, you take 2 weeks off. You need a break. After 9 months off, and now here you are. Media Day shows up. You know where to be found. You see, this is what y'all have to be remembered. You've got.
Wait. See, now this is where he's lying. And Media Day, he wasn't allowed to show up for Media Day because he wasn't vaccinated. So here we go, Stephen A. Shit. That's what I'm going to start calling you, Stephen A. Shit. Telling lies and saying bullshit. He wasn't allowed to go to Media Day because he is not vaccinated.
Coaches, administrators, arena officials,
Referees.
Everybody's been mandated to be vaccinated, but the players, because you haven't reached an agreement with the union. And you standing up here knowing that New York and San Francisco are the 2 cities that said you don't play unless you vaccinated. You don't go to indoors.
2 cities for now.
And you ain't for now. And you ain't show up. Kyrie is a superstar. Box office.
Again, he didn't show up because he wasn't allowed to show up. You fucking retard.
But if the American public is sitting back and going like this, you know what, he getting on my damn nerves. I'm sick and tired of this dude. We out here, millions of people losing their jobs. People have lost their lives and what have you. And you taking this stance or whatever, hell with it.
Yeah, people lost their jobs because the government took away their jobs. People are losing their lives because they are getting the wrong treatment when they go into the hospital. People are losing their lives because they lost their job. They lost their way of life, their way of support. How will they support their family when unemployment is trying to give you $150 a week? If you had life insurance, wouldn't you be better off dead than alive? Think about that. There's a lot more than what Stephen A is going into.
The NBA is a private industry. I sit up there and look, y'all, you ain't vaccinated, you ain't playing. That would be me. That would be me. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, you know, the privacy issue, I get. I don't really want, unless it affects me, I really don't want to know anything about your personal. I'm just not in your personal. None of my business.
Would you want to know if Stephen A. and I weren't vaccinated and you had to come do the show with us without a mask on?
I know you're vaccinated, though.
But I said, would you want to know? Because it's a similar situation.
I would want to know.
Yeah. So
I would want.
See, that's bullshit. That's just them publicizing it so people can feel the same way because they're creating that narrative. I want to know, and that's gonna be the new slogan. I want to know. I want to know if you're vaccinated. Well, fuck you.
Want to know. But this is what I would
so
say
for
about
teammates, it's fair for them, obviously.
absolutely,
To know. Yeah.
absolutely. But they know.
Yep.
Yes, they
They already
do.
know.
Yep.
They know. So what I would say to that is, there's consequences in these leagues to guys not being vaccinated. Because one thing the owners will not do, especially like in football, they're not going to lose money. They're not going to forfeit games and cancel games. They're not doing that. That's why all these protocols are put in place. So if anything happens, we're going to remove you. And I understand exactly what Kareem and Stephen A. is saying. If you are affecting the bottom line, which not means your money as a player, but people in the building that work, staff, usher.
How are you affecting people who already got vaccinated? This doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. I don't like. Can somebody help me make this shit make sense? Okay, so if I'm vaccinated, I need you to take the vaccine so that you don't harm me, even though I got vaccinated. So the only way my vaccine can work is if you took it. But if you don't have COVID and I took the vaccine and I'm now injected with COVID, I can give you COVID. So I need you to go get the vaccine so you can get COVID. Do y'all understand what the fuck I'm saying? I'm gonna repeat that. If I got vaccinated and I'm with my friend, he can get me sick, even though I'm vaccinated. So I need him, and I'm vaccinated. So once you get vaccinated, you have you got the COVID. You got part of the disease, right? So I need him to get vaccinated so he doesn't give me COVID, even though I got it with the vaccine. So I need him to go get the shot so he can get the COVID so that we both can have COVID, but then not give it to each other, but we got it ourselves. What in the fuck? This is what we've come to. That's logic. How is that logic? But many people take that as logic.
Things of that nature, you're putting them in harm's way. You need to be removed and put to the side. Now, I can't get into why a person decides to do it and why a person doesn't decide to do it. I'm like, Stephen, you got all day long. You done had a long time to figure it out. If I can figure it out, like.
Shout out to Electric Bean. I see you in the chat. Salute, salute. JJ, you're being blocked. Your messages are being blocked on YouTube. That's crazy. That's crazy. You know how YouTube goes.
That, I know damn.
They're probably gonna delete this video on me.
And I'm an athlete. I know damn well some of these athletes can figure it out. Because I'm really honestly listening to the dudes with the white suits and the pens in their pocket. That's what I'm the doctors, scientists.
You're trusting the science, Keyshawn Johnson? You're trusting the science? No. You know what? Let's go to. Let's see how much we want to trust in the science. Right? We're gonna go and trust the motherfucking science. Right? Let's trust the science. Freaking bastard. Yeah. Guys, this is my Instagram truth page. So you guys want to head over there, sign up, geocentric_truth_. But let's trust the science, right? So, trusting the science. AstraZeneca, total adverse reactions, 816,000, 1,000 deaths. Pfizer, 302,508 deaths. Moderna, total deaths, 17, 443,000 adverse reactions. And remember, just 1 in 10% of adverse effects are recorded. Just take that into consideration. They're not going to tell you everybody that's hurt, everybody that died. Remember, they say everything was COVID.
People that know.
Not my teammates.
Not my damn teammates.
Epidemiologists.
No.
Let me tell you what one of those doctors, I spoke to him last night, Dr. Leroy Sims, who is the head physician of the entire NBA, was monumental in structuring the bubble. Over 90% of the players in the league are vaccinated. So I know we're talking about Andrew Wiggins or a comment that D'Angelo Russell made or Kyrie Irving, but the majority of the league is vaccinated. Here is where I think, let's talk about across the river here for a second, in Brooklyn. I feel like Sean Marks and Joe Tsai are stuck. I say, hey, they can't mandate it because it's a union issue. According to the union, when this concept came up in August, it was a non-starter. So it's unprecedented. There are no, they're trying to put in protocols, but it hasn't been agreed upon yet. So here's why I feel like Sean Marks and Joe Tsai are stuck. Kyrie Irving has already leaked from his camp that says, hey, if I go somewhere else, I'm not playing. I won't play.
That's right.
I'll retire. So think about it. If you're an opposing team, if you're the Cleveland Cavs, you're like, I would love to have Kyrie back on Cleveland, but I can't do that. I can't give up my valuable assets if I know I'm going to get something in return that is not constant, that is volatile like that. So the question comes down to, well, Joe Tsai, what extent can he go to try to get the city of New York to consent in that one particular place over there? I know it's absurd. I know it's crazy. But Joe Tsai has a lot of friends in those positions politically. If you feel like a player is not going to play 41 home games, that's a lot of money to leave on the table. You start looking at those type of options. I'm not saying you do it.
But how is that going to look? That kind of treatment? I mean,
but not just that. Not just that. I will tell you this.
But that's when they start dipping into your pockets. They're going to start fining you for every game that you miss or every day that you are not vaccinated. If they're firing people and letting people go for not getting the vax, that's what they will start doing to the players. Same way they fine them for saying a rude comment. They fine them for a rude gesture. They're going to fine them for being uncitizenlike and not taking the vaccine.
And this is where it gets interesting, and this is where the players actually have a point. Kyrie can't play at the Barclays Center based on the current New York mandate, but a visiting player who's unvaccinated can.
Yes.
That's problematic. That is problematic. That makes no sense. And if to me, if I'm Kyrie and I'm Andrew Wiggins, that's the number one argument I have. Matter of fact, it might be the only argument I have.
Well, it's not the only argument because you have many arguments, but you guys don't listen to the research, as you say, Stephen A. Smith. You guys don't listen to the research. If you listen to the research, you would know. But you do have a point there, and that's a big point to bring up. It's not unfair that somebody else from another state can come in unvaxxed and play, but I can't play and I'm unvaxxed. But this is how the segregation and the dividing starts.
My defense. The fact that a visiting player who is unvaccinated can come and play in the arena at the Barclays Center.
It feels hypocritical.
Or San Francisco. That is hypocritical. That is an inconsistency that I would illuminate big time. And I would even, despite how
who dropped the ball on that though?
I don't know. Well, I just know that the league rules in the city, city of San Francisco, city of New York, basically said, you reside in New York and you're not vaccinated, you can't play at the Barclays Center. But if you're visiting, then you can. It makes no sense. They got to address that because Andrew Wiggins and Kyrie Irving have a point with that. My other point is, I'm glad that you brought up the fact that the Brooklyn Nets are stuck between a rock and a hard place. Because when people were attacking me when I said last week, you said that they would move Kyrie in a heartbeat if KD would let them, okay? I meant it. I ain't chucking and jiving. I'm not wiggling my way around. I'm telling you what the hell I know, okay? Here's the reality. Your point is absolutely on point because that's one element as to why it's close to impossible to move Kyrie because KD don't want that. That's his man. He loves that brother. He don't want him to go away. And we all love Kyrie as a basketball player because he's marvelous. The other side is Kyrie. He's so eccentric. When he sits up there and says, I might retire, you know, I kind of believe him. I believe it too. I believe him. I don't believe he's faking. I mean, he's the kind of person, well, is he going to walk away from 30, 35 million, this shit, 36? He might do that.
He might do that. Already a gross earning of $126 million he's earned.
But the one thing
he can make
last word here, guys. This is a great conversation.
He should be able to do what he wants with freedom. People, freedom. Freedom. It doesn't matter what he's earned. He's losing his freedom. There is no fucking price for freedom. But unfortunately, in America, in this capitalistic system, you have to pay for your fucking freedom.
You make a lot of money. You make a lot of money, but when you leave that sport, Jay, as you know, it's hard to come back.
That's right.
Your love for the game supersedes the money.
Yeah, you can have love for the game, but if you love yourself and you know that self, you will walk away from the game. Because you know why? The game is just on TV that they show. You can play the game anywhere you want to play if you love the game. Alright, this is gonna be the last video I'm gonna bring out, fam. This is my new governor. And according to her, your boy Jesus Crizzy, aka God, said and brought this jab for you. Let's hear this crazy woman's words. And these are the people that get into politics. These are the people that are voted in. And look how they try to mix in church and state. Church and state. Which is why it says, in God we trust, on the dollar bill. Remember, the government is your God. Not these little deities and these fictionary flying characters. The government is your God.
He made them come up with a vaccine. That is from God to us. And we must say, thank you, God. Thank you. And I wear my vaccinated necklace all the time to say, I'm vaccinated. All of you. Yes, I know you're vaccinated. You're the smart ones, but you know there's people out there who aren't listening to God and what God wants. I need you to be my apostles. I need you to go out and talk about it and say, we owe this to each other. We love each other. Jesus taught us to love one another. And how do you show that love? But to care about each other enough to say, please get vaccinated because...
Isn't that what they did with the LGBTQ LMNOP community? They said God loves everyone. We need to go out and profess the love and not worry about who you are as long as you bring out love. So go out and get the vaccine with love because love conquers all. No, motherfucker. A smart brain conquers all.
Because I love you. I want you to live. I want our kids to be safe when they're in schools. I want you to be safe when you go to a doctor's office or to a hospital and are treated by somebody. You don't want to get the virus from them. I need every one of you. I need you to let them know that this is how we can fight this pandemic, come back to normal, and then start talking about the real issues that we have to. Fighting systemic racial injustice, which exists today. And if there's a denier, I will take you on any day because I...
And what do we go back to? Look what the fuck this dumbass broad brings up. Back to racism. Yeah, let's get back to that. Let's bring that bitch right the fuck back up. Let's go back to that tug and war. Back to the BLM. Back to the narcissistic ways of what the fuck they were doing. Back to the government funded George Soros fact checking groups. That's what the fuck they want.
I've seen it. I know it exists. And we are not going to have a blind eye to this ever again any longer under my watch. And that is my...
Bitch, you come from that era. You're old enough to remember the fucking civil rights to say I was in that bitch. So don't come with that fucking bullshit that you see it, you understand. Bitch, you don't understand shit.
My commitment to you. And we'll be nation leading with our mandate, which strikes at midnight tonight when everyone is expected in a hospital in the state of New York or a healthcare facility to have been vaccinated. I will be signing an executive order to...
That shit's crazy. You know how many people are losing their job after being a fucking hero?
Give me the emergency powers necessary to address these shortages where they occur. That's going to allow me to deploy the National Guard who are medically trained, deploy people who've been retired who may have had a license lapse, bring in people from elsewhere. That is not my first position.
Yo, look at her top lip. I'm gonna rewind it a little bit. She can't move her top lip. That shit's stuck.
That is not my first position, though, my friends. My desire is to have the people who've been out there continue to work in their jobs, work in them safely. We are establishing, and the applications start today, a brand new IDA relief fund for excluded New Yorkers. We're announcing it right now, making sure it's available. The program is $27 million. And what we're going to do is basically treat everybody the same qualifications, the same documentation is required, not a lot. We're just going to let you get a letter from a landlord to say you lived here, or a utility bill. It's not going to be that hard, but the difference will be you do not have to prove citizenship to get this help. And the money will be $36,000, up to that available for housing assistance.
But you will have to prove that you got the shot.
And up to $36,000 for other needs. So eligible for $72,000 to start getting their lives back. That is powerful. That's how we start letting people know they matter in the state of.
So those who are vaxxed, even if uncitizen or not, will have access to that. And watch the unvaxxed not get access to any help. We are now making a lower low in the poverty level. Shit is crazy, family. Like, this shit is real bananas. I'm gonna end it here, family. This is what I got for y'all. Y'all be easy. Much love. Y'all take care. Y'all do the thing. And I'm gonna end it with one voice track, which was fire. But before I get out of here, I want to give a shout out to everybody who came through. Much love to everybody who came through. Copper Tone, much love. I saw Danielle, Nicolette, thank you guys for coming. Big Dog, much love, Philly. We had Brown, Flat Power God, bless the Chizzy Chatty. I saw JJ out there, much love. Sunray, my brother Sunray was there. Rob Cleveland was in the building. Gyro Goddess was in the building. We had the family here today. Much love to the family. Thank you guys for coming through. Infamous, I see you, my brother. Electric Beam, thank you for coming through. It's always good to see you. Super since day one. Before I get out of here, this whole week, me, Super since day one, Chris Cyphers, my boy K Smith, we've been chilling on vacation. We took the whole week off. We've been in Orlando. It was much fun. You guys are dope. It was good to finally meet you guys in the flesh, hang out with you guys. We had nothing but fun. So it's nothing but love to you guys. Can't wait to see you guys soon. We're going to be chilling. We're going to be having fun. Tonight, Chris Cyphers might go live. So if you're not subscribed to the Smokers Lounge, make sure you do subscribe to the Smokers Lounge. Tori Povich, I see you, fam. Thank you for coming through. Y'all be easy, family. Stay up. Get your money. You want to talk about diversifying your money? I got links in the description. You can email me. We can talk about how to diversify your income. But that's done in privacy. That's just me and you. I can walk you through a lot of things, show you different things. But I'm going to holler y'all. Y'all be safe. And I'm going to end it with this.
We got another one.
Yeah.
Bitches, you crazy?
Bitches, you cray.
Yeah, you must be crazy.
Yeah.
I've been on it on the daily.
Every day.
They say I'm so disrespectful. I say whatever I like. If you got it, homie, I'ma take it from you. I don't even bother and think about it twice. These bitches so fucking stressful. Probably just wasting my time. But she kinda fine. I'ma hit a line and bite a nut. I'ma make a mine. Stepping on the gas on the fast lane. I'ma fuck around and turn it to my pathways. You might need to stay clear from my pathway. I will be the fucking man to my last days. Never understood a motherfucker trying to go against us. That was too silly. Ain't no switcher sweeter than